Alright, hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. I know it's crazy, I haven't done 2 videos in one day before, but just something is going on. I don't know what it is, but all of a sudden my video views have just dropped to zero. Like, nobody is watching my videos. It's really weird. I used to get a good 10 a day, maybe, altogether on my channel, but now all of a sudden, it's just nobody's been watching my videos the past couple weeks, so really gotta hit the content. And I know this video has been done before, BrickWizard59. Great YouTuber. Go ahead and check out some of his videos. He just uploaded this one recently, and so if you're watching this, BrickWizard59, no, I'm not trying to copy you. I've actually been planning to do this video for some time, and I was originally planning on getting about 250 clones in order to when I would film this video. So I expected that to be a while, and it probably will be a few months, but and when I saw people starting to upload these videos, I just thought, well, I might as well get on it. So this is kind of just a video where I'm just going to talk to you guys about how to build a clone army. A little bit more of just a talking video. I haven't done one of these in a while where I just talk, and it's been, it's been a while. I've just uploaded a lot of different sort of stuff lately. So getting into this, there's a few different methods you could use to maybe either seduce or make your clone army look bigger, as well as just getting more clones in general in the most cost-effective way. So if you want to see, this isn't going to be showcasing my clone army. If you actually want to see it, go ahead and check out my clone army. The link will be in the description below, so please check out that video. It'll be very well worth it. My clone army video of 2017, so go ahead and take a look at that once you finish this. So, starting off, there's a few different ways that you could approach this. And probably the first one, the most obvious one, would be to buy off of good websites, such as eBay or Bricklink, those sort of websites. When I say that, I don't mean just go on there and go ahead and pick out the first clone you see, because a lot of stuff on those websites, maybe not Bricklink as much, I got scammed on there, I'm not buying from there again, okay? But on eBay at least, it is a little overpriced, and I recommend you look for better deals. So one way you can buy clones is buy them in larger lots. And no, don't just go on there one day and flip through, think you found something and buy it and pay $6 a clone. That's not worth it. You could easily find this for $3 a clone every day on eBay, and some of those a little bit more common, Orange Bomb Squad and Utapau, Kashyyyk Troopers, those definitely you could find for quite cheap on there if you buy those in lots. You know, you could buy a lot of 10 for maybe $25, $30. I find deals like that quite a bit. So that's probably the first most effective way, is to buy off of eBay, but buy in lots. I know this sounds like, hey, you were going to help us build an army without really spending that much money, but this is the most cost-effective way. You're going to have to spend money. It's not like you can just go ahead and print your own, which would be nice, but you will have to spend money. The second thing is you could set up a YouTube channel showcasing it to the point where you're getting a couple dollars of views, which would allow you to buy, maybe a couple free clone troopers, which would be nice. But another thing you could do is get into buying and selling on eBay. And what I mean by this is you could go ahead and look for good deals, and once you find those, you can go ahead and sell them. I got these 4 clones right here, this commander, that captain, lieutenant, and a sergeant, all for $4. Yes, I kid you not, $4 on eBay. And just look for things that look, I don't want to say too good to be true, because if they are too good to be true, don't buy it. If this was bidding, so the person obviously started it low and expected it to go a lot higher. If you see something like that, go ahead and start bidding on it, because it's not a scam. Most likely it's not a scam. But if you see buy it now, 300 clones for $2, it's obviously a scam. But when you find deals like that, they are out there. Normally they have a really weird key search name. So go ahead and just keep looking through your recommended, keep looking through your suggestions, that when you pull up an actual thing that you can purchase, an actual item you could purchase, go ahead and scroll down and look at the suggestions, because usually what pops up are things that have not been seen quite as much. And things like this, I got this. It was literally just titled, those clones right there were literally just titled Star Wars. That's all. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of results when you just type in Star Wars. So really, really dig deep in order to find those good deals. Sometimes I actually find good deals on sets, which brings us to our next point. When you purchase, that guy's a little out of whack. When you purchase sets, I found really good deals using the same method, looking for weird key search names. Don't do that, okay? I mean, I could have easily 400 or 500 clones had I not bought sets. And the reason being is you're not really getting your full value for your dollar on the minifigure. Battle packs are great. We're not really receiving those anymore for a clone army. I'm sure they'll probably release them in the future when they realize that, hey, raising these prices aren't really worth it. Okay, $15 for a battle pack now just is not worth it to buy a battle pack that we received 100 times before, which are stormtroopers and rebels. And I think they'll realize I would easily pay $15 for a battle pack of 4 clones. I know it's not really the most efficient way of doing it. That's a little under $4. I could probably find cheaper on eBay, but that's the easiest way of doing it. And don't buy sets that are like $30 that come with 2 clones, because you're paying essentially $15 a clone. But if you did happen to buy smaller sets, battle packs on eBay that you could find for a lot cheaper, this is what you could do. Go ahead and sell the vehicle. When you do buy battle packs, this could be for anything, not just clones. Go ahead and sell the little mini build that comes with it. Now that's where LEGO actually claims to make the money, because they obviously need to include pieces. So they'll give you 100 little pieces here and there, and to create this little tank or this little thing that doesn't really fit in that well with an army. You can have a whole bunch of those, but who knows how well worth that it actually is to just have a whole bunch of those when you could sell those getting more clones. So go ahead and sell those if you can on eBay for just a couple extra dollars, and that should give you free clones right there, which is pretty nice. Another thing is always look for deals. If you can't actually sell, go ahead in the store and look for deals. Towards the end of the season on Lego.com and in the store, normally everything is always on sale. So if you can find it on sale, typically you're getting about 10% off, which would be quite nice. I mean, if I could find a battle pack that was $1.30 off, I would most likely buy it. One time, this is a little bit off track, one time I actually saw 2 battle packs, 2 different sorts of battle packs. There were the Utapau Troopers and the Kashyyyk Troopers, and they were $9 a battle pack. And I was about to buy 4 of them, but instead I bought some other set that I sold for half the price I paid for it not long ago, so I guess it didn't really turn out real well. I wish I would have bought those 4 battle packs. But so if you find good deals like that, go ahead and do that. And another way is showcasing your army to get more views, or showcasing your army to just look bigger in general. There's a very specific method that actually works, and it's the way that you set it up. You'll notice that I have everything set 3x3, and this way I can fill up 2 full base plates and more. So had I had these clones just in there 2x2 all the way back, these would even be moved up 1. It looks a lot more crammed, and the army actually doesn't look quite as big as what it could be. And when you spread all of those out to the 3x3 like the rest of the army is, you're essentially taking what looks like kind of almost 1 and to a definite 2. And just that repetition of that many clones throughout the entire army certainly has a huge effect on how it is presented and represented in your thumbnail and as well as in your video. So even if that's just for you to look at it, it still works out quite well. And that's definitely a very helpful way of just making your clone army not have more clones necessarily, but look bigger. And another way you could do this, just more tips, this is really just giving you tips. This isn't like full on, yeah, you have to do it this way, or not. There's not extremely one huge method that works. But and one other way that works is buying and trading off of friends. I know that sounds really weird. I don't have any friends that are into Lego anymore. But when I was younger, I used to get several clones. I probably got 20 different clones from friends that I literally traded for. And people are always willing to trade. I would trade a Rebel Trooper for a clone. And you know what? That really paid off now that I have an extra 20 clones here. And that's something that I do recommend doing if you can afford the trade. And there's always something worth trading for, so go ahead and see if you can find your friends for a trade. And another thing is, I'm a very, very bad example of this, but don't go out buying the most expensive clones. Like, you could see right in the view right now, there's expensive, 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 2 entire rows of expensive right there. That's not the most effective way. You could purchase easily these little Clone Wars clones for just $2 a piece on Bricklink, or for $3 a piece on eBay, which is pretty good if you find those in lots. And when you go out and you purchase $28 a clone like Commander Wolf, you're really missing out on an extra, several clones, which really isn't that helpful to your army. Now, once you do have more clones, you can go ahead and buy those, but getting money to actually fund this is probably the most difficult way, but if you can fund it, these are just a few helpful tips. And certainly just buying smaller clones is definitely one of the ways that you can do that. And battle packs, I wish I had more to say about using battle packs to build up clone armies, but there's really not that much of any options out there. You can buy battle packs on eBay, but I almost would rather not, because you can easily buy just the 4 clones without, I got an eBay notification right there for Clone Trooper lot. You can easily buy clones without the battle pack on eBay for much cheaper than had you just purchased the battle pack. Say, for example, these 4 clones, you can purchase those from a battle pack, say for $15, and that's not being too crazy. That's a little conservative. You could probably find it a little cheaper than that. But had you bought the battle pack, I cannot find battle packs for under $25 pretty much. And you're paying an extra, $10 for this stupid little crane thing that you don't even need, or a speeder bike you don't even need. And it's not worth it. And if you really wanted that, you can just go ahead, buy your clones separate. Don't buy them singled out, because shipping is a huge part, and that's what we'll get to next if you are actually still listening. Most likely you're not listening to this right now, so if you are, I'm quite impressed. But paying that extra $10 just really isn't worth it for your clones. And go ahead and purchase your clones. Maybe find a small lot of 4 or 5 of them, and purchase the vehicle for the battle pack separately. And you, like I said, when you're selling that on there to, lots of people are taking this idea. They're selling the vehicle from the battle pack to get to buy more clones. And lots of people are doing that, so you can find it for easily $2 or $3. And that's probably the most effective way. Sure, you don't get the box, but really what does that do except sit there in your closet anyways, unlooked at. So those are just a few effective ways. Again, spreading out your clones, the way it's presented, you can come up with your own ideas. Huge part on how that looks. When I had this all crammed together, didn't look very good. Looked a lot smaller. Spread it out. And another effective way is to buy off of eBay in lots. Again, lots, not singled out, because shipping is super expensive. Pretty soon you're paying, hey, $250 for a guy, that looks pretty good, but you're paying $3 shipping each minifigure, so that's pretty soon $550. You can find these in lots. Maybe they don't have all the right parts, but you could easily find those extra parts on eBay, extra torsos, for fairly cheap themselves. So that's just a few of the most effective ways. Buying in lots, purchasing through battle packs if you can, buying battle packs, selling the vehicle to buy more, looking for good deals, and trading with friends. That's the way I have found the most effective so far. And I know that sounds not very helpful, but just try it. Even if you only have $30, $40, that is an extremely effective way. So thank you for viewing, guys, and be sure to have a nice day. Like and subscribe if this helped you, and have a nice day, guys.